Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am VC Pramod with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi meets families of victims of the Morbi bridge collapse and takes stock of rescue and relief efforts at the site. Prime Minister pays homage to unsung tribal heroes and martyrs of the freedom struggle in Banswara, Rajasthan. President Draupadi Murmu calls for collective global efforts to address water crisis. SCO member states reaffirm commitment to multipolar world order based on international law and multilateralism. RBI launches pilot project of digital rupee in wholesale segment. And in T20 World Cup cricket, England beat New Zealand in the Super 12 match by 20 runs. India to clash with Bangladesh tomorrow. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today met the families of the victims of the bridge collapse at Morbi and offered condolences. He also met workers involved in rescue and relief operations on the Machu River, the site of Sunday's tragic bridge collapse. Earlier, the Prime Minister and Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel visited the civil hospital in Morbi to meet the injured in the incident. He also conducted an aerial survey of the collapse site and visited the site with senior officials to take stock of the situation. Over 130 people, including women and children, lost their lives after a suspension cable bridge over the Machu River collapsed on Sunday evening. 9 people have been arrested by the police in connection with the incident. Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid the foundation stone of projects worth around 860 crore rupees at Jambu Ghoda in Panchmahal district of Gujarat today. The projects include inauguration of the new green administrative block of the Sri Govind Guru University Foundation, laying for various academic blocks and new building of the university. Mr. Modi also inaugurated primary schools and memorials built in the honor of tribal freedom fighters Raja Roop Singh Naik and Saint Joria Parameshwar at their respective hometowns Dandiapura and Vadek. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that India's existence is incomplete without the tribal society. Mr. Modi was addressing the Mangad Dham Ki Gaurav Gatha program at Mangad Dham in Banswara, Rajasthan today. The Prime Minister said that the struggle and sacrifice of the tribal society in the freedom struggle has not received its rightful place in history. Mr. Modi said that special museums are being set up to apprise people of history and sacrifices of the tribals. The Prime Minister said that the government is working with a clear policy for the development of the diverse tribal society.
आदिवासी समाज का विस्तार और उसकी भूमिका इतनी बड़ी है कि हमें उसके लिए समर्पित भाव से काम करने की जरूरत है। राजस्थान और गुजरात से लेकर पूर्वोत्तर और ओडिशा तक आदिवासी समाज की सेवा के लिए आज देश वनबंधु कल्याण योजना के जरिए जनजातीय आबादी को पानी, बिजली, शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य और रोजगार के अवसरों से जोड़ा जा रहा है.
Mr. Modi said that Mangad Dham is a symbol of sacrifice, austerity and patriotism of tribal heroes.
मानगढ़ धाम जनजातीय वीर वीरांगनाओं के तप, त्याग, तपस्या और देशभक्ति का प्रतिबिंब है. ये राजस्थान, गुजरात, मध्य प्रदेश और महाराष्ट्र के लोगों की साझी विरासत है. 30 अक्टूबर को गोविंद गुरु जी की पुण्यतिथि थी. मैं सभी देशवासियों की तरफ से गोविंद गुरु जी को पुनः श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करता हूं.
Campaigning is intensified as Himachal Pradesh heads to the polls on the 12th of this month. Senior BJP leader and Union Home Minister Amit Shah sought public support in an election rally at Singhuta of Bhatiyat Vidhan Sabha constituency in Chamba district. Mr. Shah said health and the development of women have been made a priority in Himachal. Congress star campaigner Sachin Pilot is campaigning in favor of party candidates in Kutlehar, Hamirpur and Nalagarh. State Congress President Pratibha Singh is also busy campaigning. The two-day international conference on role, framework and capacity of election management bodies organized by the Election Commission concluded in New Delhi today. Speaking at the concluding ceremony, Election Commissioner Anup Chandra Pandey said that the quality of conducting elections by election management bodies depends on their effectiveness in addressing challenges and maintaining independence. Mr. Pandey said there is a need to develop global standards and standard operating procedures in the management of electoral rolls, use of technology, control of disinformation, fake news, cybersecurity, and all aspects involved in the conduct of free, fair, and transparent elections. President Draupadi Murmu has said that the water crisis is a multi-dimensional and complex issue that requires collective global efforts. She said the adverse impact of climate change has posed a serious challenge to water conservation. She was addressing the inaugural session of the 7th edition of India Water Week being organized by the Ministry of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation at Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh today. Ms. Murmu said India was facing a water crisis, but in the last few years, various schemes and plans were introduced by the central government to manage the water scarcity in the country.
इस वाटर वीक के दौरान जल से जुड़े विभिन्न विषयों पर सेमिनार और अन्य कार्यक्रम आयोजन किए जाएंगे, जिनमें न सिर्फ जल संरक्षण बल्कि पर्यावरण, कृषि और विकास से जुड़े अनेक पहलुओं पर भी चर्चा होगी। ये मुद्दे सिर्फ भारत ही नहीं बल्कि पूरे विश्व के लिए प्रासंगिक है। जल का मुद्दा राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा से भी जुड़ा हुआ है। डेनमार्क, फिनलैंड, जर्मनी, इस्राइल और यूरोपियन यूनियन इस आयोजन में भाग ले रहे हैं।
Calling for a holistic approach to deal with the water crisis, Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat said that the world is facing various challenges due to climate change. He added that the government has allocated a significant monetary fund in the field of water conservation in the country. Speaking on this occasion, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath asserted that due to the government's actions, the state has adequate supply of water for irrigation and drinking. Several states and 2 union territories are celebrating their Formation Day today. President Draupadi Murmu extended greetings to the people of Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Karnataka, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Lakshadweep and Puducherry on their Formation Day. In a tweet, she extended her best wishes for the progress and prosperity of the residents of these states and union territories. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
दिल्ली में AIR FM गोल्ड आ रहा है नए सुर, ताल और लय के साथ। हर घंटे समाचार, नए रोचक कार्यक्रम और समसामयिक विषयों पर चर्चा। 1 नवंबर से एक बार फिर आप, हम और 100.1 मेगाहर्ट्ज पर वही आपका मनपसंद रेडियो चैनल AIR FM गोल्ड खरा सोना।
The 21st meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Council of Heads of Government was held in the virtual format this evening. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar represented India in the meeting. In his address, Dr. Jaishankar underlined India's strong cultural and historical connect with the SCO region. He reiterated India's commitment towards deepening multilateral cooperation in food and energy security, climate change, trade and culture. He spoke about the launch of the Global Mission Life or Lifestyle for Environment by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and its relevance in ensuring food and energy security. Member states of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO today confirmed their commitment to a more representative, democratic, just and multipolar world order based on universally recognized principles of the international law and multilateralism. In a joint communique, the heads of delegations emphasized that member states should avoid ideological and confrontational approaches to solving global problems. They resolved to build international relations in the spirit of mutual respect, justice, equality and reciprocal benefit. They expressed their support for India's current chairship of the organization. The delegates called for an open, transparent, fair, inclusive and non-discriminatory multilateral trading system based on the rules and principles of the WTO. They also termed the unilateral application of economic sanctions as incompatible with international law and having a negative impact on international economic relations. Cooperation in digital economy and digital technologies among member states to achieve sustainable development goals was also discussed. India has raised concern at the United Nations Security Council over the suspension of the Black Sea Grain Initiative. New Delhi said the move is likely to worsen food security, fuel and fertilizer supply faced by the world, particularly the Global South. Speaking at the UNSC briefing debate on Ukraine, Madhusudan, counselor at the Permanent Mission of India to the UN, said the Black Sea Grain Deal had resulted in the export of more than 9 million tons of grains and other food products out of Ukraine.
The Black Sea Grain Initiative and its successful implementation over the last 4 months is consistent with our long-standing position that diplomacy and dialogue is the only solution to end this ongoing conflict that has resulted in serious consequences for the region and beyond. We continue to support all efforts, including that of Secretary General, to end the conflict. Let me end by reiterating that the global order is anchored on principles of the UN Charter, international law, and respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity of all states.
The debate comes after Russia requested the meeting following its decision to suspend participation in the UN broker deal in response to alleged Ukrainian attacks against its ships. The Central Bank Digital Currency CBDC or Digital Rupee in the wholesale segment on a pilot basis commenced today. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, in a press release said the Digital Rupee or e-Rupee will be used for the settlement of secondary market transactions in government securities. It said that the use of e-Rupee is expected to make the interbank market more efficient and reduce transaction costs. RBI has identified 9 banks for participation in the Digital Rupees wholesale project. In the T20 World Cup cricket, England beat New Zealand by 20 runs in the Super 12 group match today. Batting first, England set a target of 179 for England. In reply, New Zealand managed to score 159 at the loss of 6 wickets in 20 overs. With the victory, England keep their T20 World Cup hopes alive and move to second place in the points table. In another group match, Sri Lanka defeated Afghanistan by 6 wickets. Wanindu Hasaranga, who claimed 3 wickets for 13 runs, was adjudged man of the match. India will take on Bangladesh tomorrow at Adelaide. This match is important for both the sides. So far, India have played 3 matches, winning 2 and losing 1. Bangladesh have also won 2 and lost 1. India, second in the points table, are placed above Bangladesh due to a better run rate. Ladakh Police celebrated its 3rd Raising Day today in Leh. The youngest police force in the country, it was raised on the 1st of November 2020. Lieutenant Governor R.K. Mathur participated in the celebrations. A report.
On the occasion of Raising Day, LG Ladakh R.K. Mathur presented gallantry awards to the family members of Sub-Inspectors Tanzin Nurbu and Tanzin Otsal, who made supreme sacrifice in counter-terror operations in Kashmir Valley. LG Mathur launched the Crime and Criminal Tracking Network system to facilitate online FIR filing by the Ladakh Police. He also launched a Jule mobile app aimed to facilitate the tourists. He also inaugurated exhibition of various equipment including drones, weaponry, rescue equipment, security gadget and forensic tools. With Ramesh Chandra, this is Phuntsuk Wangmo reporting from Leh, Ladakh.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the inauguration of the Global Investors Meet Invest Karnataka 2022 via video conferencing tomorrow. The 3-day program in Bengaluru will witness more than 80 speaker sessions. Top industry leaders are among the list of speakers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate over 3,000 newly constructed EWS flats at Kalkaji in Delhi and hand over keys to eligible beneficiaries tomorrow. These flats have been constructed at their original site under the In Situ Slum Rehabilitation Program in 376 Juggi Jhopdi clusters by the Delhi Development Authority. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi meets families of victims of the Morbi bridge collapse and takes stock of rescue and relief efforts at the site. Prime Minister pays homage to unsung tribal heroes and martyrs of the freedom struggle in Banswara, Rajasthan. President Draupadi Murmu calls for collective global efforts to address water crisis. And with that, we end the evening news.